What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video. And David Ornstein of the Athletic newspaper, is a very reliable journalist, has posted a very interesting latest update on the Jude Bellingham to Liverpool transfer saga. And Liverpool basically sacrificed this season on the altar of Jude Bellingham. We were waiting for Jude Bellingham, and that's why we didn't sign a midfielder after missing out on Tchouaméni to Real Madrid, and we had another 2 months in the summer transfer window and a whole season of whole first half of the season where it was evident and glaringly obvious that Liverpool need energy and youth in their midfield department, yet we didn't sign a proper midfielder in the summer and in the January transfer window. So sacrificing this season must be worth it by signing Jude Bellingham. Otherwise Liverpool did nothing and did a major mistake and huge error of judgment. But David Ornstein says that Bellingham is Liverpool's #1 priority and #1 transfer target for the summer as they look to rebuild a midfield in need of injection of quality and youth. Let me know what do you think about that. Let me know what do you think about Liverpool's transfer strategy when it comes to rebuilding the midfield. Look at what Real Madrid have done. They signed Valverde, Camavinga and Tchouaméni in the past 3 years, rejuvenated their whole midfield, and it was evident in the Liverpool-Real Madrid game how much ahead Real Madrid are with their midfield, because they completely outplayed and outpassed a dejected Liverpool in the second half. The heavy defeat to Real Madrid on Tuesday was proof of Liverpool in desperate need of quality and youth. Cody Gakpo's arrival in January showed that the ownership, FSG, are not afraid to invest in the right players. Liverpool spent £180 million on attackers in the past 2 years. That's a lot of money. Why on earth didn't we sign a midfielder though? That's the question on everybody's mind. And the fee Dortmund want would be almost twice Liverpool's club record transfer fee, which is, I think, the 85 million that we paid for Darwin Núñez if you include the bonuses. So whether Liverpool have the money or not is to be seen. But if FSG can secure a significant investor until the summer, then Liverpool will be able to sign Jude Bellingham, even if we won't be able to get the investor in. I think Liverpool still can sign Jude Bellingham because Liverpool spent such little money in the past 2 years. And according to the journalist, Jurgen Klopp has been impressed by Bellingham. He is more likely to spend big on him than sign 2 players with half the money each. Bellingham is a huge admirer of Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool as the football club, Liverpool's history, the fan base, the stadium, the traditions, the football heritage of Liverpool. Bellingham is a huge fan of the club, and his idol growing up was Steven Gerrard. His current idol is Jordan Henderson as well. And several sources close to Jude Bellingham insisted that he wouldn't necessarily be put off by Liverpool's recent blip, because that happens sometimes. I mean, look at Arsenal. They finished 8th twice in a row just not too long ago, 2 or 3 seasons ago, and now they are top of the Premier League. So things can change very quickly. And Liverpool have shown that under Jurgen Klopp they can rebuild the squad and rebuild the side. And in theory, Bellingham's style means he would contribute really well in Jurgen Klopp's system. He's a box-to-box player who helps decide games. He's a game changer, game winner, world-class player, very experienced, very mature, very intelligent. At just 19 years old, he's the whole package. And one recurring theme in all the conversations is that Bellingham is hugely intelligent and he will think long term. Picking the right move is more important to him than a potential year without Champions League football. After Liverpool's Real Madrid defeat, that scenario looks increasingly likely. Another potential advantage for Liverpool is Jurgen Klopp's relationship with his former club Borussia Dortmund and the Borussia Dortmund directors and the staff working at Dortmund. A lot of the people who currently work at Dortmund were working at Dortmund during Jurgen Klopp's tenure, 7 years, Jurgen Klopp has been at Dortmund, so he has a very close relationship with the club and with the Liverpool's director of football, Julian Ward, soon to depart. The manager's role in trying to secure Bellingham could be particularly crucial. Some involved in the Bellingham pursuit feel that this is Liverpool's deal to lose. Liverpool are in pole position. They are the favourites to sign Bellingham. Of course, that doesn't mean it's 100%, but it's very, very likely. And especially knowing that Liverpool are absolutely desperate for a signing like Jude Bellingham, and he would walk into the Liverpool team, and I think that's a big factor. Bellingham knows that he will start for Liverpool straight away. If he signs tomorrow, he starts in Liverpool's midfield, no question, and he could become future Liverpool captain, and that is also a huge pull towards Liverpool. At another club like Man City or Real Madrid, he would be just another player, just another midfielder. But at Liverpool, we could build the whole midfield structure around Jude Bellingham. He's that good and he's that big of a talent. But the journalists reporting on the Jude Bellingham transfer saga also are saying that if Man United are sold to a very, very rich investor, don't rule out Man United being the team to have the money to do this deal. Whether or not that is a move Bellingham wants remains to be seen. And I think it will be Jude Bellingham who decides whether he signs for Liverpool, Man United, Man City or Real Madrid. I think these are the 4 clubs. I can't see Chelsea spending another 150 million on another player in the summer after spending 600 million pounds in 2 transfer windows, but who knows? Funnier things have happened, and I mean, it would be a huge failure if Liverpool don't get Jude Bellingham, because we have been basically sacrificing this season for signing Jude Bellingham. If there is still no uncertainty about Bellingham coming to Liverpool after we have sacrificed the season waiting for him, that is yet another failure of the management at Liverpool. The problem is, if you want to sign Jude Bellingham, and maybe Guardiola, who is pretty openly supporting Liverpool Football Club, he's a Liverpool fan, and he scored a brilliant goal against Man City from a header yesterday, and Guardiola would be perfect for Liverpool's centre-back issues. He's miles better than Joe Gomez and Joao Matip right now, but that's 200 million now, and then we would need another 1 or maybe even 2 midfielders, potentially another right back, potentially another backup goalkeeper. If we sell Kelleher, we could sell Kelleher, Matip, Gomez, Curtis Jones, maybe even Fabinho. We could get 100 million pounds that way. But then you would need some really good young fringe players, young backup players. But we already have Bajcetic, we have Harvey Elliott, Carvalho. We could have Tyler Morton coming back from his loan spell. He could be another young player, another homegrown talent as well. So it's a very, very big, and that's an understatement, summer transfer window for Liverpool. And we need to get it right, otherwise we will fall further behind. The big challenge for Liverpool now is to get this horrendous defeat against Real Madrid, a record-breaking defeat, out of their system, and just regain their confidence, regain their composure. Hopefully Konate will be back for the Crystal Palace game, and then we play Wolves and Man United, and we have a lot of really big football matches coming up. Then Liverpool players need to get back into top form. We need to get back to that defensive solidity that we showed against Everton and Newcastle, and we need to try and also get the strikers firing again. Darwin Núñez is back in form, Mo Salah is back in form. They scored in back-to-back games, which is brilliant, and Gakpo scored 2 goals in his last 3 games as well. But we need Luis Diaz back, Jota back, Firmino back in top form. Jota and Firmino are back from their injuries, but they are really rusty after long injuries, and that's understandable. And also, it's another factor. Man City are still under financial fair play rule breaching investigation, so I can't see Bellingham joining Man City, because there is a points deduction, even relegation looming over Man City, so I can't see Bellingham joining them, and I don't think he will get the game time he wants in Real Madrid's midfield. So that leaves Liverpool and Man United, and I think he has a lot closer ties to Liverpool than to Man United. His father is a big admirer of Jordan Henderson, of Liverpool as a football club, and I mean, Jude Bellingham growing up loved Steven Gerrard, so he probably liked Liverpool as well. He now loves Jordan Henderson. He has a very good friendly relationship with Trent Alexander-Arnold as well. So Bellingham to Liverpool is a no-brainer, really. And Owen Hargreaves, who is working as a pundit for BT Sport, he thinks that Liverpool are already laying the groundwork down on signing Jude Bellingham. He said Liverpool have been putting in the groundwork to convince Bellingham to join Liverpool even during the World Cup. He said, I thought the pictures of Jude Bellingham at the World Cup sitting with Trent Alexander-Arnold and Jordan Henderson told a lot. I think obviously Jurgen Klopp told his players, you man mark him every time he goes somewhere, and that plays a big part. You start to build relationships and friendships, and you get communicating with people. So when I saw that, I thought, oh, that looked like they are working on it. He said that on BT Sport, and I think that was pretty obvious during the World Cup that that's what Liverpool players were trying to do. And I think this rebuilding process is very, very exciting because so Liverpool have loads of young players who they can build their future around. Stefan Bajcetic is one of the most exciting young talented midfielders right now. Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez, Konate, Gakpo and Jude Bellingham potentially. These are like 5 or 6 players that could be the spine of a great Liverpool team, but we need others. We need players like Jude Bellingham and Gvardiol and other players. I would sign Declan Rice as well and replace Jordan Henderson with Declan Rice or Fabinho with Declan Rice because we need younger, fresher, very talented and most importantly trophy hungry players. Some of Liverpool's old players, they have already won everything and they are maybe not as hungry anymore. They maybe are not busting their guts to every ball, to every tackle, to every challenge, and maybe that's a factor in Liverpool's downfall. That's only the players can answer that, in my opinion, whether they are giving absolutely 100% in every game or not. But from the start of this season, it looked like some Liverpool players weren't giving 100%. Mentally, they had this mental block after an absolutely grueling and huge 63-game, almost quadruple winning season last season. Most of the Liverpool players, especially mentally, were exhausted, drained. You need to rejuvenate the Liverpool squad. There needs to be a massive spending in the Liverpool transfer window if we want to amount to anything in the future, because under Jurgen Klopp, with the right investment and with the right kind of players, I'm convinced that Jurgen Klopp can rebuild this Liverpool side and guide them to victories and another big title in the Champions League, in the Premier League. But right now there is a massive rebuilding job and it's very exciting because now the Liverpool fans probably can lower their expectations for this season. A top 4 place would be brilliant, but next season there needs to be a massive summer transfer window, and after that we can start another era of hopefully great Liverpool team under Jurgen Klopp. That's my hope and that's my expectation. Let me know what is yours in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.